The runners are heading to post for our fifth race. This is the download the At the Races app handicap hurdle. A field of 7 to race over 3 miles this time. And number 7, My Cullen, green and white stripes, heading down first. Up the wall racing, Henrietta Knight and Brenton Powell on board number 7, My Cullen, who is followed to the start by Stone's Throw. Stone's Throw number 5, Miss Sheena Pilkington, Billy Aprahamian and Gavin Sheehan on board number 5, Stone's Throw. The light blue, white epaulets, halved sleeves, red cap, Eton Ann. Eton Ann running for Foxtrot Racing, Ollie Murphy and Sean Bowen. Trainer looking for his 3rd winner of the afternoon. Jockey his 2nd. Goes down in company with Bridge North. Value Racing, James Owen, Jonathan Burke. White with the black epaulets, maroon and white Diablo sleeves. Julo Soleil is number 6. This is mauve and dark green chevrons. The blue sleeves, grey stars. Bala Skiggs Racing, Ben Pauling, Callum Pritchard claiming 3. That is number 6, Julo Soleil. And number 2 is Ebony Warrior. Dark blue with a pink cross of Lorraine, owned by Adams and McPherson. Trained by David Killahena and Graham McPherson, and Keelan Woods is aboard number 2, Ebony Warrior. And the field completed by 1, I Spy a Diva. I Spy a Diva is owned and bred by Mr. John Perris. Kim Bailey and Matt Nichols are the trainers, and Tom Bellamy is the jockey in the blue with the pink star. Number 1, I Spy a Diva. Arriving at the post, Eton Ann is 13 to 8 favourite. Julo Soleil is quite easy to back at 11 to 4. I Spy a Diva is at 5 to 1. It's 11 to 2, My Cullen. 11 to 1, Stone's Throw. 14 to 1, Ebony Warrior. And 28 to 1, Bridge North. This is the download the At the Races app handicap hurdle. It's race 5, due off at 2:52, which is 3 minutes from now. So at the start for our 5th race. So Eton Ann, she won a race last season, or he won a race last season. It's one of those names that you want to call Eton Ann a mare, but he's a 7-year-old gelding. But he did win a race last season off 105 at Lingfield, but he won it by 22 lengths, and the handicapper had to react to that, and he just struggled a bit off higher marks after. Is going up in trip today, but I think what you got to remember, although he went up quite a bit in the weights, he's only had 9 runs. He isn't fully exposed. I always think it's harsh when a horse who's had 20 or 30 starts goes and wins by a long way, and the handicapper has a big swinge at the horse's mark, and it never sits well with me when you think there's no way that horse has really improved. But Eton Ann's only had 9 races. He could have more to offer going up in trip. A horse at a different stage, perhaps, of her career as I Spy a Diva. She was off for a long time, but although she hasn't made the placings, she hasn't run that badly in a couple of better races than this so far this term. Very much respected on old form. She's into an 0-120 now, and she should really be a player, I think, in here. And Julo Soleil won well at Wetherby. I just worry a little bit about the ground for Julo Soleil. Going up to 3 miles, but it was a fair bit sounder surface at Wetherby at the end of October. My Cullen, I'd say a little bit more needed. Would have been closer, but for a last flight mistake at Lingfield 3 weeks ago. But that was a Class 5, so this is a stronger race for My Cullen. I'd imagine they could find him something a bit easier to break his duck, but we'll see. Eton Ann 2 to 1. So less than a minute to post time. Eton Ann is at 2 to 1. Julo Soleil is priced at 9 to 4. My Cullen is the one for money into 4 to 1. 6 to 1 I Spy a Diva. So the starters ready for them. Jumping 13 this time. And they're off. And this is the download the At the Races app handicap hurdle over 3 miles, running to the first of 13 flights. Stones throw the brown and orange on the inside, rising first at that. Bridge North, the noseband and cheek pieces in the centre. On the left is Ebony Warrior. These are the first 3. Jewel Au Soleil, a green cap, following in close company with I Spy a Diva. Blue and pink silks. The red cap on the inside, hugging the rail as they go into the turn, is Eaton Anne. So he is close up, and the back marker is Mike Cullen under Brendan Powell. So at an early stage here, a closely grouped field of 7 make their way towards the home straight, with Stone's Throw, winner at Uttoxeter last season, on the inside of Bridge North. Bridge North is just ahead then of, in 3rd position, Ebony Warrior. Keelan Woods, the dark blue and pink, on the outside of I Spy a Diva. Jewel Au Soleil, a very striking Weatherby winner at the end of October. Mike Cullen, and Eaton Anne is the back marker on the inside, but not too far away. So the first of 2 obstacles in the straight, and that time just getting in a little bit close at the back was Eaton Anne. But it was Bridge North who just rose a fraction before Stone's Throw at that. As they come to the next, this is number 3, the last in 2 circuits' time. And again, Eaton Anne was a little bit slower than the other 6. So it is Bridge North and Stone's Throw coming up to the line. 2 circuits in front of them, with Jewel Au Soleil next in the field, with I Spy a Diva, 5 times a winner throughout her career. Ebony Warrior is on the outer, and then Mike Cullen, and Eaton Anne is last of all at the moment, and just running a little bit behind the bridle, detached by 2 or 3 lengths, about to enter the back straight. And it is Stone's Throw under Gavin Sheehan, Bridge North and Jonathan Burke. Bridge North wearing the cheek pieces instead of the visor today. They've nearly completed their first circuit. And running to number 4, Ebony Warrior, a bit closer again on the outside. That's racing in 3rd, ahead of I Spy a Diva. Jewel Au Soleil, very handy 5th, middle obstacle in the back. And then Mike Cullen. And Eaton Anne would be 4 or 5 lengths behind the others. Coming to the next. And that time a little bit awkward was Ebony Warrior, but nothing to really be worried about, with Mike Cullen travelling strongly at still quite an early stage on the outside. So Stone's Throw and Bridge North, Ebony Warrior, ahead of I Spy a Diva, Jewel Au Soleil, and then Mike Cullen, and a break to Eaton Anne, who isn't out of touch, but hasn't travelled as well as everything else. They're about to turn into the home straight once more. They've jumped 6 of the 13. And Stone's Throw still disputing with Bridge North, who's won 3 times in his career. I Spy a Diva, Jewel Au Soleil next, with Ebony Warrior on the outside. And then Mike Cullen, who was runner-up at Lingfield 3 weeks ago, bidding to record a first career victory this afternoon. There's then 3 lengths to the back marker, Eaton Anne. So coming towards what will be the second last next time around, pretty much as you were here. Bridge North, just taking that ahead of Stone's Throw. One of Stone's Throw's 2 previous victories was here. Coming to the next, flight number 8. Mike Cullen, more competitive on the outside now of Bridge North. Stone's Throw on the inner. And then Ebony Warrior, I Spy a Diva, and Jewel Au Soleil. And 4 or 5 lengths to Eaton Anne. 1 circuit to go from here. Stone's Throw has the inside of Bridge North, having what is his second run for James Owen today. Mike Cullen, Henrietta Knight's runner in 3rd. Jewel Au Soleil did win the Best Turned Out award, number 6, ahead of I Spy a Diva. Ebony Warrior lost a couple of places, but not too many lengths. And still a gap that is neither growing nor shrinking back to Eton Anne. It's about 3 or 4 lengths. So 5 left to jump from here. Heading to the first of them. Bridge North, Stone's Throw. My Cullen, very fluent, but the first 6 separated only by 3 lengths. Jewel Soleil, I Spy a Diva, Ebony Warrior. 4 or 5 lengths to Eton Anne, middle one in the back straight. Bridge North and Stone's Throw, My Cullen. I Spy a Diva just threatening to get more competitive, the mare. Ebony Warrior the outside, Jewel Soleil is just in behind them. And it's a good 5 or 6 then to Eton Anne. So 2 left to jump from here. It's still Bridge North and Stone's Throw. The first 2, I Spy a Diva. Following, Jewel Soleil the inside. My Cullen getting a flick down the shoulder. Ebony Warrior is wider. And it's still about 3 or 4 lengths to Eton Anne, with Sean Bowen getting to work, but is not out of touch. About to turn into the home straight. Under pressure now, Bridge North. Stone's Throw is also just getting a gentle squeeze. I Spy a Diva coming there to have every chance. Jewel Soleil the inside. Ebony Warrior. My Cullen has weakened. Eton Anne is overtaking My Cullen to go into 6th position. So, running towards the second last here, I Spy a Diva, Bridge North, Jewel Soleil under pressure, Stone's Throw is away over on the far side. These 4 are a little way clear of Ebony Warrior, Eton Anne and My Cullen. Running to the second last, I Spy a Diva, Stone's Throw the far side, Stone's Throw in the brown, I Spy a Diva, Bridge North, Jewel Soleil, every chance as well. Could go one of 4 ways, heading to the last. Stone's Throw on the inside, though, has the advantage. Stone's Throw led there by nearly 2 to Jewel Soleil, Bridge North. I Spy a Diva just fading late. 100 yards left to go. It's Stone's Throw in front here. Bridge North and Jewel Soleil. They're not bridging the gap. And Stone's Throw has won it. Stone's Throw the winner to Bridge North. Ahead then of Jewel Soleil and I Spy a Diva.